Hello, happy Friday. Thank you for joining me, Michelle, founder of Michelle. We have Buffalo Gal Skincare with us, Kasia, who I'm going to get connected to us right now so we can talk all things mushrooms, as an ingredient in your skincare. Kasia's got some amazing products. Looks like that she's in. Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm trying to get some good light in the
Okay, I
store.
can I can see you well. I can see you really well. So I'm excited to have you today. Thank you so much for joining us for a few minutes. So when I watched you live a few weeks ago, you caught my attention with mushrooms as an
Hmm.
ingredient in a few of your skincare products. But
Yes.
first, I'm going to back up and Kasia, tell us a little bit about how you launched Buffalo Gal and kind of um, the basis of your products, what makes them such good skincare products.
Okay. So Buffalo Gal was actually founded not on purpose, which is kind of a funny thing. But I'm a medicinal chemist by trade, and my younger daughter kept getting contact dermatitis on her hands. And I'm like, I can do something for her. Why can't I make her something? And so, out of a need and a necessity, and definitely not where I thought I was going with my life and my career, Buffalo Gal was born. And from there, I really started my journey on holistic health and how am I going to be better, not only for myself, but my family. And then, on top of that, I started creating products for friends and family, then opened the business officially, and that's how it kind of came about. So, I right, and it's
Yeah,
I always
super.
believe that once you know, you can't unknow. So as I went into my journey, it had to be clean. It had to be not full of chemicals. It had to be things that were good for you and with are nutritious for your skin. So
Yeah.
that's
So
kind of
you took
where
your
we are right now.
love for science and rolled it into
Mhm.
these amazing products. And what did your daughter have on her hands that you treated?
So it was a contact dermatitis, and the funny thing is, it was from hand sanitizer. And I said I would never make hand sanitizer because of that. But then we had that thing called COVID that happened, and I had to make it to stay open.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that was kind of like, well, isn't life funny?
Yeah.
It makes you
It's
do
life,
something.
right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
interestingly, as a side note, I've learned more about hand sanitizers than I ever thought I would know with
Yeah,
regards to the good ones versus the bad ones. Anyway, that's a whole separate live. Let's
that's a
stay
whole other
focused.
thing. Yeah.
So we were able to add, now we've got a variety of your amazing products on Michelle currently, but we were able to also just recently add your products that have mushrooms in them. So educate us and tell us more about those products and then more importantly, the benefits of mushrooms for your skin.
Absolutely. So well, I'll start with the benefits, and then I have some products that are right next to me. You can kind of see a little bit what I've got going on here. I'm trying to stay by this without, I'm in the boutique today, so I've had customers all day long, and I'm trying to like not look open.
If you have to
It's
stop, we totally understand. Customers are more
no, no,
important.
doors closed. Doors closed. I'm here for all of you right now.
Okay.
So when you go through a lot of um, formulation and you're looking at different products and what's going to differentiate you and what's also going to differentiate yourself in the marketplace, but what's going to be good for your customer. And the more research I did, the more I found out about mushrooms and their abilities to be adaptogens in order to go where your body needs help. And that's where my little side project I call of magic mushrooms started, because the more I read about adaptogens, the more I'm like, why are we not doing this full scale? Like, why are we not putting all these great things onto our skin? They're so good for us internally.
Mhm,
The benefits should be similar on the face.
mhm.
So that was the basis of where I started to go into a lot of mushroom extracts. And it's really bloomed from there. And I don't know, like I'm going to turn the camera a little bit and you can see a little bit of the product right there.
Yes.
Right in the side.
Yeah.
And I, like you said, you have all the products on Michelle. So the information's on there. And then obviously if people have questions, they can come to you or come to me and I'll direct them to there. Magic mushroom serum is one of the things that you just added. And we launched it a few months ago, I would say. It's probably
Relatively
3 months
new.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a relatively new product. And we had a few other products a little bit right before that. So I was really playing with a lot of the hyaluronic serums because that was one thing in our line that I felt that we needed more oomph with. And this magic mushroom serum has taken off like crazy. It is.
So people are seeing how well it does for their skin.
Results. They're seeing
exactly.
results.
Exactly.
And I think that's what I call the proof in the pudding. You know, there are so many products out there on the marketplace, but the feedback that I get from customers is what tells me, wow, this is really working. I have a lot of people who have skin conditions such as rosacea or other inflammatory skin conditions, eczema, psoriasis, people who have autoimmune diseases and lupus that manifests on the face. And they get these weird rashes, there's a lot of redness, a lot of unevenness. And like, these are the clients that started using this magic mushroom. I had one girl come in and bought a sample, messaged me the following day and said, I woke up and my skin wasn't red.
The
following day. Now, obviously, you know, that was her result and not everybody will have the exact same result.
Right.
But it just showed me that there is something to this. And I don't know. I kind of love my little mushrooms. What can I say?
I love it. And so the mushrooms used obviously topical on the face. As you mentioned, it can clear up any types of rashes, any types of people who I'm assuming who've had acne, maybe left scarring. Does it help with the scarring from acne? Then my son needs to use this product. He just said to me a few minutes ago, Mom, I need to get rid of the scarring. And he really does. So I'm going to get a bottle for him.
Okay. And that's the thing about mushrooms. They have so many different components to them. Being adaptogenic, they're not a one-trick pony. They're multifaceted. So each mushroom has a different directional point to work on the skin. So you have a reishi mushroom, and reishi mushroom is fabulous. It contains a component called beta-glucan. And beta-glucan actually is a natural form of hyaluronic acid.
Really?
So yes. And it's actually more bioavailable to the skin in that natural form. So it's not an extract of like a piece of a part and then you've got this powder of something. It's actually the natural form, making it more bioavailable to the skin. And it hydrates the skin just as well, if not better, than a typical hyaluronic acid. So it's really kind of neat. So there's that. There are polyphenols. So that's great for antioxidant boosting on your skin, free radical damage. It helps to combat that, helping to reverse sun damage, hyperpigmentation, dark spots, acne spotting, any scarring that happens on there. So it's not just like, it doesn't do just one thing. And I think that's what's so beautiful about mushrooms, that they really have so many different layers that give the skin that nutrition.
Absolutely. That's very cool. See, I'm learning something today. I had no idea that I knew mushrooms had benefits in skincare, but I did not know it had this many benefits. So this is awesome.
Yeah. It's really kind of amazing because, like, you know, when you think about all the things that mushrooms can do, and then nobody really thinks about it. We eat them. I love them.
I was going to say that. People think about just consuming them.
Right. And they're yummy. Yeah. But putting it on the skin, you know, our skin is the last organ to receive any nutrition from whatever we ingest. So whether it's water or any other nutrients, it's the last place that it goes. So because of that, putting something on your skin, you're giving it that best chance to get the nutrition it needs.
Absolutely. So you've got the serum. What else do you have that has mushrooms?
Oh, so many things.
You've got some great stuff.
So many things. It's crazy. So we also have, I'll show you this. So this is the magic mushroom, but it's for eyes. So it's an eye-based serum. It's a roller, and it has, I'm holding my phone so I can, let me see if I can open this up without being unelegant.
Okay.
But it has a metal roller ball. So the metal roller ball is super cool, not just because it's cool, but it's because it's cooling. And then you can just literally apply it right around your eye orbital. It has the 4 extracts. It has chaga, cordyceps, reishi, and maitake inside of it. And then it actually has cacao plum, which is the highest bioavailable form of vitamin C. And it has green caviar oil as well. And it's not caviar like traditional caviar. It's actually a little algae. So you're getting all the phytonutrition from there too, helping to depuff, to soften fine lines, to clarify the eye area, work on circles and pigmentation around the eye.
Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah, see?
Love it. I love it.
And then we have one more, and this is one of the original products that we put on Michelle. And it's a bestseller from the time that we actually made it. And this has been around a little bit longer. But this is a Hydroferment Infusion. It's a barrier defense serum.
Okay.
So this is a hyaluronic base. And your skin works in 2 phases, right? You have water on that works for your skin, and then you have oils that work for your skin. Your skin is biphase. So I've always found the importance of having something like a hyaluronic added into your routine. Not only does it plump the skin naturally, helps to repair the skin, the hyaluronic acid sits between our cells and cushions it, right? So when you put it as we age, because we're 29, right?
Right.
29. But as we age, we naturally lose the ability to make the same amount of hyaluronic acid that sits between our cells. It's just a product of aging. So I always feel once you turn at least 35 that you should be using a hyaluronic to impart that moisture and that hydration back into the skin. And then you lock it in with something that I call an occlusive, which is an oil base. So whether it's an oil-based serum or a moisturizer to lock that in.
Okay.
I created that Hydroferment. I forgot where I put it. For the reason that it has 2 mushrooms to it. It has shiitake and reishi in here, and they're biofermented, which means they've gone through a fermentation process, which changes the molecules size a little bit. It makes it more bioavailable to the skin.
Really?
So, yes. So it's kind of one of those things that you wouldn't think that would make a difference, but it'll make your skin will accept it better, and it'll go deeper into the skin and be able to heal in a deeper sense. So,
so ideally you can use all 3 of those products together. Right?
Absolutely.
Both night and day, morning and night, I should say.
You totally can. So I'm a big proponent of following and creating a routine that's good for you. So if you feel that in the morning, if you want to put on makeup, that maybe using an oil is too heavy, you use the Bioferment serum first, and then you put on a moisturizer, and then you put on your makeup, and you go from there. You don't want it to be as heavy. Or you can put them both on at night and then use the eye serum at night. I would use the eye serum at night only because it's an oil base. So if you're wearing makeup, some people, it might smudge their makeup because oil will, loosen up the bonds. Me and my chemistry.
I love it.
But it does. So like an oil base will help. It breaks up the bonds between all the pigments, and then it takes it off. So I would recommend that at night. But the 2 serums you can interchange.
Okay.
I actually use it right now as my moisturizer. I don't use a traditional moisturizer. I use some of the Bioferment and a few drops of the magic mushroom, and I mix them together. I cocktail it.
Really? Huh.
And then
you
I
put
put
it on your
it on.
face. That's a great idea.
You make your own lotion if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're doing to make an emulsion. You do a water phase and an oil phase. Right. So you could be your own little chemist. You can have your own little chemistry set in the beauty counter. But it actually takes that oil and pulls it in deeper because the water will sink in faster to your skin.
Interesting.
So it acts like a choo-choo train and pulls it in deeper.
You're so good. This has been amazing. Does anyone watching have any questions? We welcome questions. I know this is a lot.
Love questions. I love questions. Are you kidding? Of course.
It's often funny. It's like I normally the recordings, when I post the recordings of our live, we'll get the comments and the questions because I think, well, I'm a person who has to process things, you know, but yes, but we will take your questions if you have any. No, this is amazing. And you know what? I knew you had the storefront. I totally forgot you had the storefront. So when you messaged me and said I'm running a couple minutes behind because I have a customer, I'm like, what is she online? Maybe she's talking to a customer online.
No,
I'm with you now. I'm with you now. Anything else that you want to show us before we let you get back to working the store?
Let's see.
I know,
What can
right?
I tell you? There's so many things. We have. Oh, did you add the magic mushroom for body? Did you add the body oil?
I think so. I'm
Okay,
pretty
so
sure
we'll talk about that.
If we didn't, I will when we get off this call.
Or I will. One of us. You know how it goes. So there are a couple of things that are new and coming out. And this magic mushroom, this is a serum for the body.
Yes.
So it is not a traditional body oil. It is formulated in the same way that you would make a serum for the face.
Really?
So yes.
Huh.
Yes. So it's a little bit of a different concept because, you know, people say, oh, it's just a body oil. Big deal, right? It's not. This has the 4 different types of mushroom to it, the chaga, cordyceps, reishi, and maitake. So you're getting all of that nutrition from those mushroom extracts. But then you have other oils in there that help the skin heal and hydrate. So it's not just meant to be, you know, I'm putting coconut oil on my body.
Right.
And I'm gonna look at it this way. I'll look at some of the ingredients and explain why I think it's so amazing.
Okay.
The first ingredient is olive squalene. That's an expensive ingredient.
Really? I've never heard it. Honestly, I've never heard of it before.
Squalene is one of those ingredients that when you feel it and touch it, it feels silky. It really feels so beautifully tactile to the touch, not heavy at all. It's super great for rejuvenating tired skin, for making the skin feel hydrated without feeling a heavy, greasy feeling.
Okay, that was my question. Okay.
And that's the difference between this, because a body oil, you know, if you take a shower or a bath and you come out and you towel off and you're a little bit damp and dewy, and you put your oil on, it absorbs better, right? And because oils tend to be very fatty, that's what they are. This is made to be lighter weight, but yet still have those hydration properties and the moisturization properties that you're looking for.
Interesting.
So it had, yeah, it's a totally different thing. We have this, and I'm not sure if you put the Body Alchemy serum on as well, but if not, we will. And that one, I'll talk about that 2 seconds, and you'll see the difference of what it is. Okay. So there's jojoba in here, and argan oil in here, and plum oil in here, and watermelon. You know, so they're all hydrating, super nutritious, and it smells like I call it my cherry blossom scent. So it's like cherry from cherry extract and a little bit of almond hint that comes from it, and citrus. It smells so good.
I bet.
It smells so good.
And how do you apply it? Do you just take it, put it on a loofah and just rub it, or how do you recommend it be applied?
You can do it that way if you want to do it on a loofah. They'll give you a little extra exfoliation. I am really kind of a purist when it comes to things like that. Yeah. And I'll just towel off and I put it right on with my hands. Okay. And I just let it absorb.
Rub it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes the best sense, really.
Yeah, I'm about saving the trees. So if I can use one less accessory, that's where I'm at. Unless it's absolutely necessary, I'm definitely, you know, I just put everything on with my hands.
Yeah, I do that a lot too. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the Body Alchemy one is different. This one has the biofermented mushroom in it, like you had from the hyaluronic serum from before.
Uh-huh.
But this also has caffeine and green tea, so it's
Amazing.
so it helps with cellulite. It also has plant peptides to lift and tighten the skin.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So again,
Super
like a
beneficial.
serum,
Yeah.
totally different. So you
Yeah.
can use them separately, you can use them together, use this one first, use the magic mushroom on top. So they're brand new. It's a totally different concept for us. And
And can you mix those two and then apply it? Okay. Same. Okay.
absolutely.
I like
And
it.
it makes it super lightweight that way so that you don't feel sticky or greasy or have to wait for 15, 20 minutes to have things dry up before you can put your clothes on.
Right. And I'm assuming it just absorbs into your skin really, really fast.
It does.
Yeah, I love it. Those are some great products. Wonderful
you.
stuff. Wonderful stuff. Anything else? I know you've got so many amazing things. I know you do.
We could be here
all
for 12 years. And, people want to eat at some point. I'm not quite sure they want to hear about everything in one shot.
20 minutes, and here I'm pushing. Okay,
yeah, 20 minutes.
We can,
3 hours later.
we can always jump on another time and cover more because this is amazing. Thank you so much. One last call. Any questions from anyone, please comment. All of these products can be found on michelle.com. I'll double check on that last one to make sure we have it. If we don't, it will be added this afternoon. And of course, when I post this, I'll list all of these products as well, so they're easily searchable from the post.
Great. Yay. And if you have questions too, I know you can reach me right through Michelle, or you can reach us on social media, and we'll direct you to the products that we talked about here so that you can buy them right off the site. Or if you have questions about, is this good for me? Yeah. I'm always here to help that way as well. And then we'll just direct them right to where they can buy them on Michelle.
Yes, that's a great call out. Message you, message me. Either way, their questions will be answered, and we'll provide them feedback. Thank you. You're amazing. You. I appreciate you. Have a great weekend.
Love you.
Love you too. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.